This video is brought to you by IXL, used by millions of students worldwide to get ahead in math, English, and more.
Hi! Let's learn how to find the LCM of monomials. Remember, the LCM stands for the lowest common multiple. If we want to find the LCM of, let's say, 6 and 8, we can express 6 and 8 as a product of their prime factors. 6 is 2 times 3. 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. There are two distinct prime factors, 2 and 3. Now, the LCM is the product of the greatest number of times each prime factor appears. 2 appears 1 time in 6 and 3 times in 8. Since 3 is greater than 1, our LCM will have 3 factors of 2. And our other prime factor, 3, appears once in 6 and doesn't appear at all in 8, so we must include 1 factor of 3 in our LCM. So, to find the LCM, we find the product of 2, 2, 2, and 3, which is 24. Now that we've reviewed what the LCM is, let's try our first example. Find the least common multiple of 36a and 54a squared. Let's start by breaking down the coefficients into their prime factors. With bigger numbers, it can be helpful to use a factor tree. We can write 36 as the product of 2 factors, 6 and 6. 6 can be broken down into prime factors 2 and 3. The same can be done for 54. 54 can be expressed as 9 times 6. 9 has factors of 3 and 3. 6 has factors of 2 and 3. 36 as a product of its prime factors is 2 times 2 times 3 times 3, and 54 as a product of its prime factors is 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. But remember, we're working with monomials, not just numbers. So let's not forget about their variables. 36a has a factor of a in its factorization, and 54a squared has 2 factors of a. Now, let's find our LCM. The distinct prime factors are 2, 3, and a. We'll need 2 factors of 2, since 36a has 2 factors of 2. We'll need 3 factors of 3, since 54a squared has 3 factors of 3. And finally, we'll need 2 factors of a, since 54a squared has 2 factors of a. So our LCM is the product of these values, or 108a squared. Here's another one. Find the least common multiple of 5m squared n to the power of 4 and 10mn to the power of 5. Let's write out each monomial as a product of its prime factors. 5m squared n to the 4th power as a product of its prime factors is this. And 10mn to the 5th power as a product of its prime factors is this. Our distinct prime factors are 2, 5, m, and n. We'll just need to identify the most times they appear in either monomial. 2 appears once in our second monomial, so we'll have 1 factor of 2 in our LCM. 5 appears once in both monomials, so we'll have 1 factor of 5 in our LCM. M appears twice in our first monomial, so we'll have 2 factors of m in our LCM. And finally, n appears 5 times in our second monomial, so we'll have 5 factors of n in our LCM. Multiplying all of this together, we get an LCM of 10m squared n to the 5th power. Did you notice that each variable in our LCM is raised to the highest power of that variable in the monomials? The highest power of m was 2, and the highest power of n was 5. Let's use this idea in our next problem. Find the least common multiple of 6h squared j, 4hj k to the 6th power, and 10j cubed. Let's start by finding the lowest common multiple of the coefficients, 6, 4, and 10. 6 as a product of its primes is 2 times 3, and 4 is 2 times 2, and 10 is 2 times 5. The LCM of 4, 6, and 10 is 2 times 2 times 3 times 5, or 60. Now let's look at the variables. The highest power of h we have across these monomials is 2. The highest power of j we have across these monomials is 3. And the highest power of k we have across these monomials is 6. So our LCM will be 60 times h squared times j cubed times k to the 6th power. Great work finding the LCM of monomials. It's your turn to practice.
Head over to IXL.com for more practice on this skill and thousands more videos in math and language arts.